There it is. Hello, everyone. Good evening, good morning, good night, good whatever, whenever you come across this video. I don't know why I'm talking like this today. I just want to personally thank Founders of Light, Corey, for just pushing me into the deep end. I'm just like, answers to questions that I didn't even necessarily know I had, or that I didn't. It's not that I didn't want the answers to the questions. It's just wait. So it was in his dragon fire/breathing video earlier that he posted today. I really need to cut my nails. They're getting like so long. I love doing like this. I don't know, because I'm a weirdo. And I was listening to it, and then I was just taken to this space, and it was like, here are some answers to questions that you're not even necessarily asking right now. And I'm like, thanks. Also, if you caught me live earlier, you know that technically I'm supposed to be going a little quieter on this channel. I want to do things not as deep. So I'm mixing, not that it's not necessarily going to be not as deep, because, whatever. But I'm mixing the wild unknown together right now. I'll keep mixing and separating them. But yeah, I also want to do a talkie live at some point. I feel like I can't go live and not pull cards anymore. I used to talk more, but lately I'm like, nah. But yeah, it seems like things are moving at quite the pace. And things are quickly sort of shifting. Like, we went to Walmart today. And I don't know when the last time I was at Walmart was, but like they completely redid the outside, like the front of Walmart. I'm just like, wait. Even my brother was like, what? And then we came home. Oh, I bought a unicorn magic cake. Because I was like, you know what? Something about food magic. I can use some magic in my life. Unicorns have been a thing. Hey, Siri. Where are you? Here he is. Let's see if I can find a picture. It actually wasn't as sweet as it looks. Also, Matthew M., you PayPal'd me that one day I was live with Reem, and I wanted to say thank you. I should have said thank you on the day at that time. But honestly, I was just like so shocked. I was just like, so if you see me like trying not to cry at one point in the video, it's because the PayPal came through, and I was just like, I don't know how to handle this. Is that you for real? Thank you. I was just like, what? And it hasn't sat right with me that I didn't say anything before. But thank you. I really appreciate it. Just like blew my mind. How are you doing tonight? What did I? Oh yeah, because I was gonna see if I can show you the unicorn magic cake. It actually wasn't as sweet as it looked, which was really nice. It was very nice. This is the. See, I was like, what? Unicorn magic cake? But yeah, it feels like change is ripe. Oh my gosh, of course. So the two cards that came out, two animals, the hawk and the sea serpent. And the hawk is flying into the sea serpent, which is interesting. Bottom of the deck is this white tiger, which is a very high priestess energy. And the high priestess came out in Miss Remy Healing's in her Pisces video, the Time Master and the High Priestess. There is an energy of foretold time. Here in some way. And it's interesting because there was a point in time where I kept hearing, like, it's time for you to remember who you are. Or it was like, you don't even know who you are. Like, you don't know who you are. You don't know who you are. It's time for you to know. And it happened earlier today, and I'm just like, I wasn't even asking, though. Like, I didn't say I wanted to know. Was I asking? Maybe I was. Does it matter? Not really. Because they said, ready or not. And it's interesting because it's related to several threads that I've experienced in the past. And questions that I like would randomly get, but I wouldn't necessarily know the answer to. And I've happened to find myself in the company of folks who have answers, I guess, or experiences that lead to answers. I'm about to get one of these icebreakers because I need it. I got two. I need to throw this other one away. It's empty. It's been empty. So the hawk flying into the sea serpent. It feels like an energy of initiation as well. The hawk was the one flying out of the portals, right? This feels like the maelstrom. It feels like the sea serpent, like it bites its tail and then it starts to spin really fast. And it creates the vortex at the bottom and the tornado thingy that goes to the top. Fire, air, and spirit. So these are masculine elements. With the beaver at the kites. I wanted to do more with less. Hey, Ariel, how are you doing? How are you, Ariel? Ooh, ooh. Oh, gosh. Hey. Bottom of the deck was the Four of Swords. This energy has been prevalent lately, I guess. So the zebra, the buffalo, and the chariot came out, which is more fire, earth, and cancer. Flowing out! I just stabbed myself in the forehead with this card. Oh, with the zebra too. Just like flowing through the energies rather ungracefully. I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. And then the otter almost fell on the floor with the stingray. Both of these are water. So we have earth and water here with an interjection of fire. So these are the feminine energies. I don't know why. Well, because it's like this water energy is here. It's like water everywhere and not a drop to drink. What does that mean? Though? I have no clue. Hey, Morningstar. DNA activations. There's so much going on. So much. I be. I be. I be. I'm like, I'm going to be today. So there's this energy. Oh, Earth plus water equals DNA activations. Gotcha. I was like, wait. They're looking in opposite directions, and the zebra is looking at us. The buffalo is looking at the chariot, which is facing forward. The otter is looking at the stingray, which is kind of facing forward. This is that energy of like the past and the present. The future is born in the heart, just popped into my mind from the Disology deck. And the lamb is also looking forward at us. There's a song that's trying to come into my mind. I don't know what it is, but it's like I feel like it's on my Good Levins playlist. And it's something like, what are you gonna do? Also, I've never noticed the eyelashes on the zebra. Wait. Y'all see them lashes? Where'd I get them done at? I'm just playing. The future is born in the heart. Literally. We're manifesting it. Exactly. I don't know what this is. This is beyond me tonight. I'm just like, why did I even come live? I don't know. I'm just like, oh my gosh, well, here's another clump of things to work through. And it's not even about working through anything right now. Honestly, for me, it's like, what do you want? What do you want? Who do you want to be? How do you want to be? It's possible. But it's like, if anything is possible, it's like if you, and it's not that we only get one wish, but it's like if you got one wish instead of three wishes, like if you only got one, and it isn't something pressing, right? It's not like there's something extremely urgent where it's like, oh, I want this. Um, I'm assuming you can hear me because you're responding. My little microphone thing is not moving at all. Of all the energy right now, this moment is a time of making choices about what we're manifesting. It's time to choose. Exactly. It's exactly that. It feels like Buffalo is looking at the past. Excuse me, but the past is moving forward. So the then is catching up to the now. All right, thank you. The otter is looking forward, and there's also like the stingray is in the forward, which is an energy of alignment and other things that I don't necessarily know. The zebra is in the now. There's something about this triangle. Hey Rebecca, how are you doing? It feels like this triangle is supposed to be here. That's what it feels like. Or that's what it usually is. It's reminding me of the dusty mirror. So I reached out to Rob a while ago, maybe like 2 weeks ago, maybe a week ago. I don't know what time it is anymore. It's already August. This year is like gone. And he walked me through meditation to open my third eye. And it was interesting because at one point I felt like some clairaudience was like starting to come online. And I was like, be quiet. It's not about that. I'm trying to see. I was like, I'm trying to see right now. I'm not trying to hear. I'm not trying to listen. It was funny. From the what? She literally just uploaded a video. What do you mean the Extinct Soul Mana channel? I'm confused. It's like we're pulling all of the fractals of our past together. Yeah. I'm like, wait. Healing them, and now we're able to go forth and create without all of the gunk from the past. Exactly. Past in this life and past lives. I just completely lost my train of thought. Hey Sheila, how you doing? No, it's a different soul mana then. Oh, the mirror, the meditation. Um, it reminds me of that dusty mirror and the cracked mirror. This is so nasty. Oh no, you're fine, Rebecca. I feel like I've heard of someone who had lupus and got sick. I don't know. I don't know, Sheila. I'm just here. But I'm doing well. It's because it's like there's this energy here of like cutting someone's like forehead and like peeling off the skin. I'm like, oh, Corey, this is something about the oh gosh. My brain is like oh. It's a portal of expression. It's like expressing the unified self or something like that. I feel like Corey would be able to say like exactly what that is. This is like that avatar something. Maybe not necessary ish. It feels like these two are facing each other and there's an exchange. So it's like the lid is being taken off. These swords are going to go in here and then it's gonna like then the lid is gonna close. There's something that we're being like given or granted right now from spirit question mark. I'm like, wait. We're in a KP5 geomagnetic storm, so the brains aren't working great today. Okay. I'm glad I haven't tried to do anything too strenuous today. You heard extraction when I said exchange. It could be. It's going to be different for everybody. But it feels like there's something that we can receive in this state. And this might be in dreams. It could be in dreams. It could be a subtle transference. 555. I haven't been seeing it lately, so I'm grateful. It was like everywhere for a certain period in time. Hey, Selena. Yeah, I'm like, I don't need to see a visual of someone's like skin being peeled. Like, no, thank you. I'm good. Let's end this off. Keep this video nice and shortish. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Oh, okay. See, this is what we weren't supposed to do. The tarantula is here, which which is interesting. I was watching. I think his name is Patrick Cloud, and oops, there was a crab, and he was like, if you put fur on anything, it makes it worse, except for like dogs and cats. He was like, if you see a regular spider, it's like, but if you see a tarantula, like a furry spider, it's like, more fire. You, it's depends on the person, Rebecca. There are many paths, and for some, they go through different. Oh, okay, yeah. That's why, like when I'm talking to Corey, I feel like in talking to Corey, honestly, talking to Corey makes me feel like I understand more than I think I do. Like I know more than I'm aware of, because he'll like talk to me, and like things will just like make sense. I'm like, what? Yeah, but I'm like, wait, at the same time. This tarantula is interesting because it carries a different energy than the spider. I got even more cards. The frog is here with the Eight of Swords. The cobra and the starfish. The cosmic egg and the eagle. This is Apep, I think, and Horus, maybe? The snake being chaos, the bird being order, the bird eats the snake. That's what this is feeling like. It feels like that's what it's supposed to feel like, but it doesn't feel like that's what it is, actually. It feels like it's not that at all. There is no focus. There is no question. I'm just shuffling cards. Not for this one. Wow. So I was live earlier today and I did three different things. And I just got these three again. The geomagnetic storm is from a solar flare, like physical solar flare, not galactic stuff. Yep, that's my approach a lot of times, Sheila. Like whatever wants to or needs to come through. Frogs are bringers of rain. Miss Remy healings. There's a cleansing rain energy here. It feels very Hillary Duff, let the rain fall down. There's an energy here. It's like if a frog dries out, it suffocates. That's what it feels like. It feels like if the frog dries out, it suffocates. Frogs are able to take in oxygen through their skin. I'm pretty sure. And so, like when they're underwater, they don't have gills, but they can like oxygen diffuses across their skin, and so they can breathe underwater. It's reminding me of plants and pickling, um, brining, putting cucumbers in a brine to get a pickle. And it's reminding me of osmosis. Things going from a higher concentration to a lower concentration. But there also needs to be a permeability here. It feels like this is reestablishing a sort of permeability. This is putting us in a position to be sensitive to certain energies that we may not have been sensitive to for a while. Like we've been desensitized to something, and this is a resensitizing. Oh, no problem, Rebecca. If you need something to ground yourself with, you might want to go looking somewhere else because I don't know if it's coming out tonight. I don't know if it's going to be here for a minute, which is why, like, honestly, that's part of the reason why I was going to go quiet for a little bit on this channel to allow things to like settle. But here I am, so probably should have did that. Oh snap! So there's this osmosis energy here and resensitizing. The starfish and the cobra. The cobra in this deck is the space of a master or the space of a mentor. The starfish is a card of regeneration. I feel like this bottom row just like isn't what it seems. I feel like this bottom row is deeper. There's an energy of fractals here. No problem, Rebecca. There's an energy of fractals here. Mostly in this starfish. But the cobra, it's almost that energy of when the student is ready, the master appears. But it's a master that's present in a lot of things. This feels like an energy of synchronicity. I almost want to say multiplicitous synchronicity, where you could see the same synchronicities over and over and over everywhere. In a way, it feels like the many different ways of going about doing something or getting something done. And that's why the Cobra with the energy of the master is here. Because we all learn differently. And so there's an energy of like different ways that certain information is presented. So finding how you learn best and finding what works for you. And then within that realm, going further, right? Like if you don't understand anything that I'm saying right now, and if this is related to an area that you're expanding into, then I may not be the person to help you through this, right? So go find what works for you. It's like don't bang your head up against the wall trying to force information to come to you when it's being presented in a way that isn't conducive to your learning. But there's also an energy where we need to be teachable at the same time. It also feels like many paths are opening. And so too it's like don't be so fixated on one path that you don't explore one that may be more your style, your speed, your everything. And so there's an energy here of like not being afraid to branch out. Don't be afraid to branch out. You're not going to miss anything because like you aren't whatever, right? That's what this is. Like there are many different schools. Find which school works for you. And then when you reach a certain point, don't be afraid to teach. But it feels like we teach through example. Partially we teach through example. Also like I think authenticity is also key here because that's how we're seen, that's how we're recognized. Ooh. It could be Ariel. Like that soul retrieval energy. You're in the afraid to teach stage. Yeah. And like, teachers also learn. So if we're not open to learning, then we're probably also not going to be super open to teaching. Well, you can like you can be open to teaching, but without learning, it's like the information kind of gets old quickly. We're doing it. We're sort of more or less all doing it. I got stuff that I'm working through too as well. All right, Sheila. See you later. Ba, 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 ba. So now we come back to the eagle and the cosmic egg. There's an energy here, excuse me, of shedding. The snake sheds and sheds and sheds and sheds and sheds its skin until it becomes what is inside the cosmic egg. That's what this is. Because that cosmic egg, it's the same. The colors in the cosmic egg are the same as the colors in that zebra. And again, there was an energy of like a unified expression. This is us being that energy in part. And so maybe it's like the colors, like this is where it starts, but the colors like branch out on the zebra, and pretty soon the zebra is like all of those colors, right? It just started at the third eye first. That's the cosmic egg energy. The process of transformation that we go through until we become our greater potential. The eagle, it feels like the eagle comes and it brings us experiences. It feels like the eagle is like dropping this here. Oh my gosh. Light speed ahead. It feels like the eagle is dropping this here, these opportunities for transformation. And the eagle is like going out and finding these opportunities and bringing them to us. And it's that energy where we don't necessarily have to go looking for things as much anymore. We just need to show up in the moment and do what is for us to do in the moment. And then we find ourselves becoming more and more. All right, Rebecca. Yeah. I mean, it feels like because like every color is represented on the egg. And so it feels like it's bringing us like sacral, solar, root, like all chakras and more. It's bringing us everything. That's why it's like this white light. Even though it is like orange and yellow, it's everything. It's an unpolarized experience. It's how we sort of interact with it that gives it its hue. Like we are the prisms through which this white light is refracted and reflected and things like that. But it can be any color, it's all encompassing. And so there too is an energy here of optimization and efficiency where we can get more out of an experience than we usually would. Just like with these cards, right? I could have easily been like, this is chaos being brought to order because the bird represents order, the snake represents chaos, and the bird eats the snake. But there's an opportunity to take things deeper and to get more out of them. And in doing that, we accelerate our process. And it feels like our process has been accelerated in certain ways that we weren't necessarily anticipating, that we may not even have been aware of. We've healed more than we thought we healed. And so we've moved further than we thought we'd go. And that's why it feels like we're being hit with so much that's new, more than we'd necessarily expect. And it feels like that leads to further resensitization. So the only thing that I don't like, I never know what to say about the tarantula. Maybe that's okay. I did read that tarantula webs aren't as sticky as other spider webs, but they also don't necessarily need to be, because the environment of the tarantula is different. The size of the tarantula is different, and the way that it goes about getting its prey is also different. There's an energy here in the tarantula where it's like you're too big for the box that you put yourself in. You're too big for the role that you play. And something about you may look similar to something else or may look similar to someone else, but what you produce is different. And so if the tarantula tries to live its life like all the other spiders, it will frustrate itself because its web isn't designed to capture and to hold something until the spider finds it. I think tarantulas probably also spend a lot more time outside of their web. And so, again, it's that energy of a desensitization. The tarantula may not necessarily be as sensitive to vibration as the spider is, because as soon as something touches the spider web, it alerts the spider. But again, tarantulas sort of like operate differently. So they don't need the same sensitivities. And that takes me back to this energy of finding what works for you and not trying to do or be whatever else for anybody else. Similar and the same, like things that are similar are not the same. And sometimes it's our similarities that can really trip us up, because that's what convinces us, or that's why we allow ourselves to go so hard into what works for everybody else. But again, it's like it may not work for us, which is why the eagle is bringing us these opportunities to work through stuff. We just have to be open to it, right? And we have to be teachable too. Some people are more of like replication and regurgitation than learning. And this feels like a learning energy. It's not doing what someone else does or saying what someone else says. It feels like it's not going to get you that far because you're a tarantula, not a spider. You're bigger than that. You're more than that. And because you're bigger and more, you operate in a different way. Yeah. That's what I'm getting from it. They're going to be flying over your house dropping opportunities every hour, right? I just be chilling. That's what this is. And again, it feels like this energy feeds directly into this resensitization here. Okay. Work. Got it. So this video is basically done. I'm just going to shuffle these up and then we'll see what's up. I'll get a final card. There's a lot of animals that came out, and there's more tarot than animals. Like all of these are animals. All of these are animals, and you got 3 tarot cards. Oh, Father of Pentacles. This card has been making an appearance more and more and more lately. I feel like we all do learn, but sometimes we try to replicate more than we try to learn. We try to, like, in doing what other people do, there's something that we don't necessarily pick up for ourselves, right? It's like if you use a calculator to do all of your math instead of ever learning like the basic arithmetic, then it's like you learn how to use a calculator, you don't really learn how to do the math. And so it can be a little bit of semantics, but at the same time, that's it's the maybe a characteristic of the age of the guru. It's like, oh, Steve Jobs did this and he got rich. Bill Gates did this. This coach did that. This person did that. I'm going to do what they did to get the same results. But then we get frustrated when we don't get the same results. And also, time is mutable. And when you learn, you can better adapt to certain situations because you can account for environmental factors and like sudden shifts in the equation because you learned. When you replicate, that's when we sort of like continue to try to do the same things, even though the equation, like the variables in the equation, are completely different. We all learn in different ways, but we're not always in an energy of learning. Wait, Eagle brings broader vision. Oh, there you go. Kizzy Cat, Kirsty. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Can I call you? Can I call you Kizzy Cat? Do you prefer Kizzy Cat or Kirsty? Because I'll call you whichever you prefer. I just really like how Kizzy Cat sounds. What's up? What's up? Oh, what? I'm separating these out. These are so much easier to separate using the card backs than the front because some of the tarot got animals in the middle. I'm like, is this animal? Is this tarot? That's why I just flip them over. If you flip them over, everything is black and white and it's easier. See, I feel like it's like this is also something. It's easier to sort this way. Maybe not. Okay. Ba-da-da-da. Either or. Okay. All right, Kizzy Kid. Ooh. You're having a hard time typing? Ooh. Oh, what? What? Hold up. Here we go. The lion was at the bottom, but we also see the octopus and the cobra. This is strength, flexibility. Well, this is flexibility. Octopuses, octopi, they can camouflage. It's early over there. Kizzy Cat, what time is it? Ooh, you up early. You up early. Did I say hi, Selena? If I didn't, I'm so sorry. There's an energy here where it feels like the flexibility, adaptability, and change is a part of strength. I feel like a lot of times when we view strength, we view it as something that is unchanging. But something that is unchanging will not long stand the test of time most of the time. I don't know. 5:25. Oh my goodness. Well, you get an early start to your day. Sometimes that's some people like that. Oh, the fish and the black egg. I've been watching a whole bunch of the Amazing World of Gumball clips, and there was a caviar. Caviar? Yeah. Darwin ate caviar, and it's fish eggs, and Darwin is a goldfish. So 6:25 p.m. It is 11:26 p.m. here where I am. So I'm about to go to sleep. Actually, go to sleep. This is for you. My brain quit. The fish and the black egg. Bottom of the deck is the moth, which is appropriate. There you go. That's for you. Excuse me. That is for you. Excuse me. That is for you. You. Change can be difficult for a lot of people. But I guess ultimately it comes down to what you want your experience to be. Because, I mean, in my own personal life, and I'm not trying to, whatever, but in my own personal life, I've encountered a lot of change within the past almost 3 years now. And every single change that I encountered was easier than the life I was living before. I still haven't encountered something that it's like, I'm not going to do this because my experience before was not good. So, whatever I got to change, I'm open. I'm like, I'm ready. Let's do it because I want better. And I know that to get it, I have to do more. And I want a lot. I want a lot. I want everything. And if I want everything, I got to be willing to do anything. And not like anything in a shady way, but anything in a growth expansion way. So it helps me. It helps me. The moth, all of those are for you. All of that's for you. That's up to your interpretation. Yeah, time zones are so wild. It's like, wait. I guess for me though, it was a gift. It was a gift that I like broke down, broke down, broke down. When I had my dark night, when I had my darkest night, that was literally the lowest point I've ever reached in my life. And I was like, I'm not staying here. I can't. I don't. I would not survive. I would not survive going back there. So whatever I got to do to move forward, I do it. I do it. Sometimes I'm rolling my eyes, but I'm like, you know what? Beats the alternative. Ooh, oh. The Wheel of Fortune came out 3 times earlier. I used the Weaver Tarot, the Journeyman Edition, and the Ascendant Edition. I used the Journeyman Edition and the Ascendant Edition of the Weaver Tarot, and the Wheel of Fortune came out in both decks. And then I used the Mystical Dreams Tarot when I was putting it away, and the Wheel of Fortune came out. And here it is again with the watcher on top of the wheel. This was the owl that I forgot about. That was Mystery Owl. Ooh, wait. And the Ace of Wands. Bottom of the deck is the Two of Cups. This is also for you. Now, this, I know what this is for me. Well, I have an idea of what this is, but since the other one was for you, this is also for you. There you go. All right, that's what I got. It'll come to you, Rebecca. You don't have to stress about it too much. It may be something that's meant to unfold in some way for you. All right, well, thank you all for being here. This was something. Excuse me. I'm going to do my best to honor the silence that I'm feeling guided to take on this channel. Um, Also, I want to do a talkie live. I don't think so, Rebecca. I want to do a talkie live at some point. I was talking to Reem, and she was like, sometimes people just want to talk. They don't necessarily want a reading. I was like, I know. And then I was telling Eve and Amanda about it earlier. And they're like, yeah, like a talkie live, like you could do wine and stuff. I had the cake, didn't get the wine. I almost got the wine tonight. Almost. I was like, I do that every time. It might happen, it might not happen. So we'll see, we'll see. You'll see me when you see me. I'll see you when I see you. You had to get slime out of a 3-year-old's hair. I saw an ad for a slime app. I was like, I feel like there are so many parents out there who probably appreciate this. Like, let's play with digital slime instead of real slime. Less of a mess. But you're fine. You're fine. All right. So, yeah, I hope you all have a good whatever whenever you see this. I hope you're acting in alignment to make all that you wish to experience your reality. I hope that you can do the things that you need to do to get you to be where you want to be. Because sometimes it requires some kind of action or some kind of leap or some kind of something, right? And I hope that whatever you need in your path, your journey, life in general, you find it. So I'll catch y'all when I catch y'all. I'll catch ya when I catch ya. Excuse me. Which is, I could take at least a day off. I almost got today, but here I am. I almost got the other day too, but then I went live at like midnight. So